All right, everybody. So welcome back. Last session, you all continued your preparations in the city of Port Nyanzaru in Chult, meeting with several people, discussing your plans of action with your more or less patron, Syndra Sylvain, and mainly the person who's putting her up for this venture into Chult, the merchant prince Wakanga. He had just recently directed you all to visit the Temple of Savras. And so after some detours, some gladiatorial fighting, which almost proved a little bit more dangerous than you all had assumed it might have been, but you all were victorious. After this gladiatorial event, you all decided to go and see this grandfather Zitembe, a priest of Savras in the city, who had been rumored by Wakanga to have seen some interesting things regarding the death curse. You all visited him at the Temple of Savras, and while you did, saw him to be more or less being intimidated by a group of thugs. They quickly backed off, hands raised, innocence feigned as you all entered in, saying that they only simply wished to get some of the services that the temple would provide, but they were obviously up to no good. You all suspected them to be Zentarum, and that would certainly not be too far off the mark, as you all know the Zentarum to be operating here in Chult, having dealt with one of their less fortunate members earlier on in your travels. After they departed, Grandfather Zitembe, this priest of Savras, was quite happy to assist you all, sensing no malice among you all and being grateful for having helped him deal with those thugs that were threatening him. He was able to reveal some interesting things to you. Namely, he saw a city, an ancient, forgotten city, lost deep in the jungles, somewhere in the central basin of Chult. A city crawling with snakes and monsters and other such terrible things. With this news, you all returned to Wakanga, and he seemed to have already been aware of this, and the visions by the followers of Savras merely confirming what he had already thought might be the case. He mentioned a city named Omu, somewhere lost in the central basin. No one knew where it was, no one knew how to get there. It has been lost for over 100 years at this point. Now, with a destination, at least a region, in mind, you all decided to finally get your feet wet in the jungle and start your expedition. There was a couple different things that you all thought might be productive. First and foremost, a seer, a oracle in the jungle, the western sections of the jungle, that would be able to lead you more assuredly to possibly Omu. So, I'll go ahead and drop you on the map now, and we will go ahead and lay out what you all discussed as to at least your current plan of action.
So many hexes!
Loading! So, Wakanga had asked you all to look into something for him. A shield guardian, an extremely powerful construct that was lost somewhere in the jungle. He knew the general whereabouts of it, somewhere north of Camp Vengeance. And, of course, the Ziggurat of Oralunga being also in that general region, the Ziggurat of Oralunga being the spot where the Oracle could be found. So many different things being in that general direction. Camp Vengeance and Camp Righteous, the ruin of Vorn, and somewhere in this basin of the Mistcliff Mountains, the Oracle of Oralunga. So, with this knowledge in mind, you all went about hiring a guide. In your case, a pair of guides. Looking through the various resumes of these individuals, a couple of them stood out to you. A couple of them, obviously charlatans of one variety or another. Some of them appearing to be quite mad, while a few of them stood out as very, very hopeful prospects. You all ended up going with the duo of Kawasha and Kapule. a Cholton native and his Vegapygmy companion who boasted to be able to know the jungle like the back of their hands, having grown up here and lived here their whole lives, and knowing the wildlife like no other. Also, claiming to have a special connection with the jungle spirits of Cholt. He recommended that you all follow the river path southward, the River Socian Star, as it were, as it could lead you towards Camp Righteous, the former outpost of the Order of the Gauntlet that had been overrun and destroyed by an undead horde, only for the Order to set up camp several miles south, further into the jungle, and calling it Camp Vengeance. Recommended using the river as it would be far faster and far safer than most other means of travel. And before you all took off, hearing that you were planning on heading past Camp Righteous and Camp Vengeance, a half-orc woman asked to join your group, saying that she would be happy to lend her sword to the endeavor if you would only see her safely, or as safely as you could, to Camp Vengeance. This woman by the name of Undril Silvertusk. I don't think we got her name last session, but it is Undril Silvertusk, Knight of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Can you spell it first name in the chat for me real quick?
Undril Silvertusk.
Thank you.
No problem. So, now with your entourage in tow, there is naught to do but to finally leave Port Nyanzaru. Make your way southward on the River Socian Star. So, you all are still currently at Port Nyanzaru. Is there any other business that you wish to attend to before Kawasha and Kupalwe load you all up into the boats and begin your journey southward?
I think we got everything done last session, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay. That being the case, then, you all are currently on the western banks of Port Nyanzaru, loading up your goods, loading up your insect repellent, your water catchers, your rations, all of your supplies, and of course yourselves. There is the 5 of you, Kawasha, Kapulwe, and of course Undro, all together getting ready to go, loading up the boat. There are several people staging expeditions from this location. Most of them seem to be Cholton natives. Any conversation with them would say that they are heading up and down the river to deliver supplies to small outposts and things like that along the way, and not a small number of other adventuring parties looking to make their way in. A few of them are going to be making their way across to the River Tariki, and even more taking to the sea to head out and around the peninsula to reach other locations that are far deeper into the jungles. As you all make your preparations, a woman approaches you all. A woman that you all might vaguely recognize from her notice in the guide board. See the woman Salida approaching you all. And you see Kawasha stand, kind of tilt his head, and he says, "This group already has a guide, Salida." And she approaches, he says, "I understand. I simply wish to ask a favor of all of them." And she approaches you, and Kawasha kind of folds his arms over his chest. She approaches you all. "Greetings, everyone. My name is Salida. I trust you saw my resume, my posting, among the other guides. I was hoping that I might trouble you for a moment of your time."
We have stuff to do, though, unfortunately.
"I understand. And if I wouldn't be bothering you if it wasn't absolutely urgent. I understand that I understand that my posting was a bit aggressive. You see, she looks like she's having a hard time getting this part out. I'm just, well, I'm desperate to get into the jungle with a group that is capable. My sister has gone missing. I am trying to find her, and I am trying to attach myself to a group that seems capable to make my way into the Mistcliff Valley. When I heard that there was adventurers going that direction, I decided that I would do my best to try and get onto their group, and I apologize, but the best way that I know is by, well, telling you the truth about the other guides. She looks towards Kawasha. You would note that I had nothing negative to say about you, sir, as you are a guide of renown, and it makes sense that they would have chosen you. Kawasha kind of just keeps his arms folded in front of him and doesn't say anything.
You know, you could have just said that in your post if that's really what you wanted, right?
She nods and she says, I understand, I could have, but forgive me if I say that I would have been in a better position if I had been hired as a guide instead of coming to you in this manner, requesting to join you. I can pay for half of your guide's fee, and I can promise you that I will not be any burden. I know these rivers better than most. Not better than all, of course. She again makes a gesture towards Kawasha. But better than most.
Can we have a moment to talk?
Of course.
And we will.
Here, group huddle, come on.
Honestly, I'd like to ask Kawasha if he's comfortable with that. I don't care about the paying for it part, but I don't want him to feel like any sort of way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have a question.
Sure.
Asim would like to cast guidance on himself and then do an insight check on
Smart.
this guide
Okay.
to see if she's telling the truth about this sister or not.
Okay.
Insight. Let's add a D4 to that.
17?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, I mean, so you do get the impression that she's not telling you everything, but who really does, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You do not get any outright.
It's down to an elevator pitch.
What was that?
Try to condense it down to an elevator pitch, stuff gets left out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
But yeah,
Sean,
you certainly don't detect any malice from her. Yes, go ahead.
do we have a picture of Undrill?
I don't think we have a picture of Undra. Let me check.
Well, maybe we do now.
Nice.
Hey!
We do not yet have a picture of Undrill, so here she is. Right.
Sorry, I didn't.
No,
mean
you're
to
good. It's perfect. Yeah, it's great. A token made up for her.
So, what do you think, guys? Should we let Celadril come with us? Celadril?
I mean, we already have a half orc.
Salida.
We already have a half orc with half plate, at least, or is it breastplate?
So Undra would have shed most of her full plate armor. She is still wearing her breastplate. So she is just wearing breastplate, but she has a backpack on that seems very heavy and clangs around as she walks.
We're not going to be quiet no matter what because of just all. I mean, but as far as Salida, I don't care if she comes along, guys. If she causes problems, I'll eat her.
I don't have any issues. I mean,
I just want to see like the map and sort of like where the valley is, just so I have like a visual idea of like the general area.
You want him to load that freaking hex again?
Yeah,
we have a copy you can open up under the player handouts.
There we go.
Oh, it's map patrol. Okay. Because she said it's in the valley.
The Mistcliff Valley.
Okay, so.
Which is basically where we're going.
Yeah.
We're talking like a day or two detour at most, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, we are heroes. Well, at least I'm a hero. So
Are you?
I am. So we want to, go save a sister. That sounds awesome to me.
We were literally talking about, before we started recording, you were biting the leg of a thief. Like,
A thief.
Heroically.
Did we save that man?
I mean, we don't know.
I'm on board. I mean, she's not gonna make it worse.
I'm going, with everyone's permission, I'm going to go over to her and be like, you can come. Then I'm going to point at my eyes and point at her. Like, but I'm watching you.
She nods.
No catty shit.
She nods and thanks you graciously. Grabs her small pack that she has, that she left nearby, and runs to join you all.
All right, we have several new friends. This is great. All right, so we have Undril, Salida, Kawasha, and what's the plant's name?
Couple Also weed.
Weed? Okay.
Weed.
Walking weed.
Kawasha actually calls him weed, so you don't have to feel bad about calling him
Okay.
that. His name literally means walking weed.
Okay.
Although I'm surprised we're still not calling him Abe.
Abe. Fantastic. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and actually get ourselves back onto this. I apologize for everyone's load times.
Yeah, mine wasn't terrible.
Yeah, after I load it the first time in a game, it usually takes a few seconds after that.
No, I just giggle about it.
Yeah, it's quite the map.
Yeah.
It is quite the map. Okay. So
are you gonna uncover tiles as we explore them?
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
How many tiles are there?
Oh god, I don't know. I've never counted.
I'm not counting. I'm good.
I want to say that there's probably at least 200 or 300.
Yeah, that counts all you, Era, not me.
I'm not gonna count it. I'm just curious how long in game it would take to explore every tile, assuming every tile's one day.
Years, probably.
Take like a year in game.
Okay.
Actual sessions, quite a while.
I was hoping somebody on some crazy bastard on the internet would have counted for us, but it doesn't seem like anyone has. At least not that they've posted readily on Reddit or anything. Most things like that somebody's done at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure
I'm gonna
someone
do it.
done
I'm gonna do it. Okay. All right, everybody. So you have your 2 canoes fully loaded, geared up, on the banks of Port Nyanzaru, prepared to begin your journey southward. Kawasha looks around and is everyone ready?
I believe so.
Hopefully.
I think we're gonna have
Let's
to
do
be.
this.
Then our journey begins. Remember our arrangement. Any undead nest or hordes we come across must be destroyed. No exceptions.
Oh,
We're
this
off.
is gonna be a problem.
He shoves the canoe off the shore.
We're gonna run into the undead T-Rex.
No, we're gonna run into undead that. I mean, fucking Azim is undead. This
Yeah.
is gonna be a problem.
Well, you all discussed that with Kawasha already, right? If it would be a problem with Asim, and he says that he did say, or at least he would have said, that Asim walks a different path, that of one who is not quite among the dead. He doesn't have any problem with Asim. His master, on the other hand, but that's a story for another time, and that has not come up yet, so.
Look, I'm just glad we're not rolling for initiative to try and kill Asim, okay?
Yeah.
I like how it's to kill Asim and not to kill Kawasha. Good to see where all the loyalties lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just a fan sea pirate that just joined up, okay?
Please
It
stop
seemed at
eating my
least-
candy. Go away.
How rude.
Asim at least expected him to have to talk. Expected the druid to have to at least toss in some sort of shiny object to sway her loyalty.
Very low.
Eh.
Like, do you promise not to eat my brains? Yes, okay. All right, everybody. So, we begin. Shit, my dice tray is still full of d6s from Warhammer. Time to pull our adventure dice. Fantastic, everybody. So, Kawasha pushes off from Port Nyanzaru, and you all begin your journey southward and into the jungle. Let's see how your first day goes. Okay. It is, of course, raining, as it does most days. It is a light drizzle today, not anywhere near anything problematic. The larger drops making ripples across the water as you all make your way down. And eventually, you do get away from Port Nyanzaru, the bright colors of the city fading away behind you all, and enter into a much narrower passage, a river closing in on both sides. The banks of this river sometimes get as narrow as only 10 feet across, and other times widen to be what looks like almost a mile from side to side. Vastly different from place to place, even in this short distance that you've all traveled. The entirety of the first day is spent mostly in the Bay of Chult, canoeing across along the shore until you finally get to the mouth of the river and make your way inside. Jungle. Is everything taking longer than usual to load for you all, or is it just on my end?
I'm good.
No, it definitely feels like.
Okay.
That took
It
like
might-
30 seconds for me.
No, leave the cats alone.
Okay.
No, ma'am. Go away. Good job.
All right.
Stay out of the water, no ma'am.
Like I said, that's just talking to Moss. Moss, don't drink the water.
Don't pee in the water. Don't drink the water. He peed in it.
Oh God.
Heavyweights, anybody? Okay.
Actually, I've not seen that movie.
That is an amazing movie.
I have seen a lot of movies. I've not seen that one. All right. Okay. Here we go. So, morning goes by. Again, your first day passed entirely without incident. Most of it was spent canoeing along the shores. Lots of other canoes and adventurers that you're passing, waving, everyone wishing each other luck as you make your way into the river and begin to disperse across, many of them making their way into the smaller tributaries of the River Shosun Star, most of them not willing to go as deep into the jungle as you lot plan to, at least. So the second day, your morning goes by relatively uneventfully. Everybody go ahead and reduce 1 day's worth of rations and bug repellent from your inventory stores.
Thank you, baby.
Okay.
Okay.
Rotation and one thing from board.
Can I get everyone's passive perceptions, please? Oh. Okay.
My
16.
passive is 14.
13
12.
for me.
No, 15. 15 is my
15.
passive.
Okay, so 15 does seem to be the highest.
Mine is a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so 15
I'm
does seem
at
to be the highest
16.
passive. 16 does seem to be our highest passive. Okay, very good. Very good. All right. Everything's fine.
I do know that since I know that those potential Zins had been threatening to try to come after us, I probably will have my familiar attempt to loop back occasionally to see if anyone's following us.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and make a perception check for your familiar.
River, don't do that.
Oh no, it's
Apparently
river
that's the
raging.
sound.
River raging. Oh God. See that perception
Oh,
check.
come on out. Pull up.
Alright.
Let me see what your perception modifier is. I can go ahead and roll the d20 button and then just add whatever to it.
11. Okay.
Plus 3 on top of that, so that'd be a 14 total.
14.
And its passive, and its passive perception is 13 if that's ever an issue. So
Got it.
let me move that over here because I might need it.
Okay. So, you're familiar flying back, scouting in the river behind you while making sure that you're not being followed. It does not appear that any boats are specifically following you, and he certainly does not report back the description of the 3 thugs you saw in the Temple of Savras.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. So, you all do cover another considerable amount of distance. Kawasha would have informed you all that the journey southward would have... Ooh, that reminds me, Kawasha. What was Kawasha's passive perception? You all have a guide for a reason, don't you?
To trigger the traps.
Trigger the traps. That's Weed's job.
Oh, poor Weed.
Okay, he also only has a 14. But as it is his job... Okay. So yeah, Kawashi's keeping his eyes peeled. He points out the oohs and the ahs for you as you all pass. A herd of grazing dinosaurs. He would point out the signs of predator trails and anything like that. Any sort of predator runs that lead to the river. He would point out to you just in case it becomes pertinent information later. He would pay a special notice to the plant life, pointing out dangerous plant life as well as the more useful varieties. He would give you more information about the plants that you witnessed not long ago, the triflower fronds, he would call them. A trio of carnivorous plants that work together to incapacitate, kill, and then consume their prey. In a very slow and painful process, yes.
Are we able to possibly get a proficiency in herbalism as we travel this jungle with him?
So
Like,
that would require an extended amount of downtime. I feel like 30 days is long enough to acquire that proficiency. So let's go ahead and do this.
Because Moss will be eating this stuff up, like
Right.
listening to everything he talks about.
Herbalism.
I do have that proficiency, so I can help you out.
Okay, that will certainly move things along. So we can attempt a... We'll call it a learning check, just a flat intelligence check every day. You need a total of 12 successes before you can learn the proficiency.
Awesome.
We will call the DC 14.
Okay.
And I would like to... it seems at least going to be jotting down notes on the stuff as he is talking about the various plants and tracks and the like.
Okay. Yeah, you can all attempt this if you'd like to. Anyone that would like to learn the herbalism kit proficiency may do so.
I feel like half of it is Moss being like, "Can I eat this?" and shoving stuff in her mouth.
That tracks.
I feel like that's every party though. There's at least one person that's like, "Can I eat it?" and then shoves it in the face.
What was your question,
Like
Cartman?
Moss needs to be making a daily Constitution saving throw.
1 second.
I think we talked about it before, but I have a poisoner's kit.
Yes.
Could I possibly learn more about that?
Absolutely. Do you already have proficiency with it?
I do.
You do. Fantastic. So then that would be learning how to make poisons with the things that we find. So the way that we will go about doing that is whenever you find something that could be poisonous, you can attempt a survival check and a check with your poisoner's kit. If you succeed on both of them, you can use the items that you find for 1 dose of that poison.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. That'll be interesting. I like poisons. One of the players in my Tuesday game is a poisoner, and is always he's come up with some pretty interesting stuff, including intentional psychedelics that were accidental. Intentional accidental psychedelics. Yes.
Wait, what? Was he like hallucinating on like?
Well, he
some
found
Emerald shards?
he
Like,
he
the
found
hell?
some frogs, some unique frogs, and now keeps a batch of them, and keeps like a dozen of these things alive, well fed, and well cared for on his person.
I was gonna say, I
love
thought he was
this.
smoking some dragon shards. Like, god damn, dude.
Oh. Yep.
Love
They
that
they
journey
use
for
it. They
him.
use it when they interrogate prisoners as a not really a truth serum, but you know like the experiments they did like back in the 70s when they were trying to see if LSD
Yeah.
could be a good interrogation drug, and they were just like, nope, that doesn't
Yep.
work.
I remember writing an entire essay on that.
Yep. I love the videos of the U.S. Army trying to see if it could be a performance enhancer for their soldiers, and it's just a bunch of soldiers
Yeah.
getting stuck in a tree. It's fucking the best thing ever. It's the best. The fucking best. All right. Okay. So, everything is fine. It is a beautifully pleasant day out on the river. The heat of the jungle even seems to be a little bit diminished by the gentle breeze that flows across the river. And before you all know it, another several miles, I believe it's 10 miles per square, so another 20 miles is behind you all. And it is time to make camp. Now, Kawasha says that you all have two options when it comes to making camp. You can camp on the banks. In this general part of the jungle, it's not necessarily dangerous, and if you need to, you can make a quick escape if you camp near the banks. However, that does leave you vulnerable to any passing brigands that may see your campsite and wish to take advantage. So, these are your options each time you try to make camp. Pull the boat up and out of the water and push it up onto the shores. Pull it up into the jungle, maybe 15, 20, 30 feet, and then make camp away from the sight line of the shore. Again, if anything were to attack you in this state, it would be quite difficult to escape to the river. Or you can camp just feet off of the river, on the banks of the river. It'll be much easier to make an escape, but you will be more visible to those passing by.
Well, can we stay near the river, guys, or what do you want to do?
I think here at least staying near the river should be okay.
Yeah,
Or well, we're gonna get more traffic since we're close to the port.
I was gonna
But,
say
like,
maybe like 3 to 4
I'd-
feet away from it, just so that we're not like swamped overnight, just in case if there's like a huge amount of rain. So
river, knock that off.
Happy Mother's Day!
I would rather fight a brigand than a T-Rex.
It's also true.
That's fair.
Mhm.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, I think we should stay close to the river, but not too close. To
Well,
where
no, he's not.
over-
He's not suggesting we camp in the river.
Right.
Yeah, I mean-
Make a proper camp.
You don't know that. What if we are camping inside the river?
Kawasha does assure you that it is not wise to camp in the river.
What are you worried about? Like barracuda or something?
He was thinking more like
Well, we
plesiosaurs and piranhas.
I have defeated plesiosaurs in the past. I'm unafraid.
Didn't you bite one?
Yes.
Moss has bitten many things.
I feel someone should meet her at some point and be like, haven't you bitten me before? Maybe. I have bitten many things.
I have bitten many things.
Lines up on the scar. Oh yeah, those are my teeth.
God, I can't wait. If Moss becomes a Dampier, I swear to God.
Nice. Okay.
Is that possible
and
to have a
now-
goblin dampier?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
I
Sean, you have my wish list now.
I mean, the kobold Dampiers do exist.
Where's our fancy new Undril token? There she is. Okay.
Kitty cats, I love you, but fuck off.
Yes, indeed. Wow, we all have quite the entourage here, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
All right. Okay, everybody. So, setting up camp along the banks of the river. The section that you're passing only seems to be about 15 to 20 feet across at its more wider crossings. And there is a small wooden plank bridge set up over a shallower section of it, making this quite a nice little spot. Kawashi begins setting up little places for everyone to sit and sets a fire, Salida helping him along the way. Again, Kawashi's not outwardly hostile towards Salida, but definitely weary. You can tell Kawashi doesn't trust Salida, but Salida's doing her best to not get on his bad side. Alright. Sorry, y'all. The random nature of this means it takes just a little longer to set everything up as you make your stops and whatnot, so bear with just
It's totally
a moment.
okay. I'm actually really enjoying the background picture of the waterfalls that are actually moving.
Yeah, these
It's
are
nice.
nice. Alright. There we go.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
After he found the T-Rex with the zombies in the mouth.
Yikes.
Indeed.
I will wrestle that T-Rex and I'll rip its bones out. I mean, I don't care.
That would be entertaining to see. I mean the attempt.
And y'all think moss rot's wild.
I will wrestle that T-Rex. I don't give two damns.
Oh, and Undrill's AC is considerably lower now. Wisely so, but still considerably lower.
We just didn't want her to get a heat stroke.
Yeah, we didn't want her
Or
to
drowned in the
fry up.
river.
Or drown in the
Yeah.
river.
or that. That's an excellent point. Thank you, Austin.
Oh. Right.
That said, if I do ever have to make a new character, I'm totally making a full plate fighter.
Oh god.
Nice.
To be fair, I was thinking about doing a full plate paladin, so.
Nice.
I just think it's really funny.
Uh,
It's not a smart idea.
Oh hell no, it's not.
it'd be funny.
Just a
Would be
party.
funny.
We're just.
Nice. Okay. All right, everybody. So, it is a rather pleasant evening, the temperature dropping several degrees as night falls. What are y'all up to this fine evening?
I am showing Weed my collection of leaves that I've gathered all day.
He would identify each of them for you.
Awesome.
Uh-oh. I accidentally dragged out 2 owls.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
One's just an owl.
There can be only one. They must fight.
You know what? That's perfect timing for the gif I just put in the Discord.
Ah!
I don't know why I found that gif, but it's amazing.
Man, the internet.
Right. You know, I've become too reliant on the internet. I expect the internet to have every answer for me now, and when it doesn't, I'm like, what the fuck, internet? All right.
Considering there is a little bridge here, Asim is going to spend a little bit to cast the alarm spell in that cube on this side if something tries to come across while everyone's asleep.
What's the range on alarm?
30 feet.
30 feet? So 30 feet,
With a
30-foot
20-foot
cube?
Well, it's within 30 feet of you, and it's a 20-foot cube.
20-foot cube. Okay, how much space is that? And
Yeah.
where are you setting it exactly?
Mainly on this bridge that's coming across on this side in case anything tries to come across it while we are resting for the evening.
Okay.
Alarum. Alarum.
That was eerily AI sounding.
That was.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was,
that
that
was
was
the
good.
soundboard for
I
Discord.
literally
I'm like, what?
thought like a bot was talking to us for some yeah, that was good. Oh,
I have many skills.
right. It's like, is this the new emergency broadcast system? Because it's both calming and scary.
Or, actually, yeah, something like that
Okay.
would be the area it'd cover.
Okay. Sounds good.
Just for ease of reference.
Okay. So, Kawasha has his eyes peeled. He's looking around. You can see him kind of keeping his eyes on the jungle, on the river. He's taking his job very seriously, right? His job is to keep you all alive, and he's doing his damnedest.
Mhm.
So what are the rest of you doing? Moss is showing Kapulwe. I have a fucking dramatis personae. I don't know why I don't use it. Yeah, what about the rest of you?
I would be perceiving with Kawasha.
Okay.
Names are right.
Yeah, Kawasha. Kawasha, yep.
Yep.
And where's Oh, I was so wrong.
There's Kupalwe, right?
Kupalue.
Kupalwe.
Kupalue. I was so off. Kupalue. All right. Weed. Let's just fucking call him Weed. Kawashi calls him. We call him Weed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kupalwe,
Weed
man.
is better.
Weed is better.
Weed. We call him Weed.
Or Abe.
Or
Yeah,
Abe.
Abe. Yeah. Abe's Odyssey.
Weed is the
There you
shape.
go. That's good.
Alright, let me save that token so we actually have him for that.
If any of my leaves are identified as poisonous, I just hand them to Banth.
Okay.
Yeah,
That is a
I
good
was
question.
gonna ask, does Banth see anything that could be that any weed or Kawasha recognizes as poisonous around?
I can help you go looking.
Yeah, so I feel like Weed would wander off with Banth and Salazar, take you both across the bridge to show you a copse of flowers that he sees. Let me see. Where is my flower guide? Flora. I have a section in the book for that. Fantastic. Banth, you're the one searching here. Why don't you go ahead and roll a d8?
Ready?
A 2. Okay. So Weed would take you all across the bridge over to here. Kawasha would advise to take care and keep your eyes peeled as you do so. Salazar, yep. So, he would show you all what he calls Menga leaves. He says, he apologizes first to you, Banth, and says that these aren't exactly poison, quite the opposite, in fact. Actually, what languages does Weed speak? Let me check that out real quick. What will communication with Abe be like here? Ah, yes. He speaks Vegapygmy. So while he babbles at you all incoherently, he would make gestures. He'd be making gestures and showing you all, and let's go ahead and get insight checks from the three of you to see if you can figure out what the hell Abe's trying to say.
A moment. And say,
Nice.
give me a few moments, and he will ritually cast Comprehend Language.
Ooh.
Okay, I mean, you all were heading over to do this. I'd say because it takes 10 minutes to cast Comprehend Languages, right?
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say. Oh, that's the duration. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that you would have done that just before you came over here, so that you could communicate with Weed normally. So he would show you all a bunch of a shrubbery, if you will, on the ground, and would say that first he would apologize to Banth and say he knows that you're looking for poison, but this isn't exactly poison. It's actually quite the opposite. He says that somebody that knows what they're doing can grind up and make a water-soluble tonic with these leaves that, if ingested, can help keep people alive, can provide some minor healing, if you will. Mechanically, if you can do this, you can regain 1 hit point. However, ingesting too much of it can cause some pretty serious stomach upset.
Okay, Banth will grab like a bunch and stuff it into his pouch. And yeah, take it back to camp and see what he can do
Do
with it.
Hadozi have pouches?
I
Is
think
a
he needs,
Hadozi-
like, on his belt.
I don't think they're marsupials.
Oh, belt. Got it.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm so sorry. I immediately went.
You know,
I'm so sorry.
Oh god, I inhaled a lot of smoke, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh
I'm
no.
like trying to hold back tears. What the fuck?
Oh god. Okay. Yeah, when I first opened up the oven, I just got a full-blown face full, and it's not like I could go anywhere. I had to get the shit out of there. So, all right. So,
Banth will thank Weed for his information, and yeah.
fantastic. Now, as the 4 of you are over there checking out the plant, first off, Banth, roll 2d6, please.
Why do you got to do this to us?
Nice. 9. What? Everything's fine. Banth, you recover 9 ounces of Menga leaves.
Nice.
Yeah. Now everyone make perception checks.
Oh god.
Yep.
Why are you taunting us?
This is what happens,
Because it's
man.
fun for me, okay?
You know what you're doing.
Let the DM have his moment, man. Oh wait, do I have to make one too?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool. I'll make one.
Everybody. Okay.
I love that.
Salazar.
D20 plus 3, so
Okay. And let's
Oh, he
go
just
ahead
crap.
and get. Well, no, yeah. Let's go ahead and get our guides in there too. So we've got Kawasha. We've got Weed. I really wish I could make token actions for multiple tokens at once, but luckily once I do it one time, I don't gotta do it again. And Salida.
take that one that's better. That's not.
We call this mini guides cannon fodder.
Oh no.
All right.
Probably fitting that I got a 12 too.
Okay, here we go. Check. Perception. Check Salida. We got Weed, we got Salida, we've got Washa.
Washa?
Ooh, good. And we've got Undrill.
Nice.
Night check.
Night
That's a
makes checkmate.
Night check. I love that. 1 second. Why? Why is she not working?
One moment, please.
Okay. She is sharpening her broadsword. All right. So, you all see Kawasha go stiff for a moment. Salazar, the moment that Kawasha goes stiff across the bridge from you all, you hear a strange rustling from overhead. Looking up
From the trees here?
from the trees there, looking up, you see a pair of what look to be small, beady, glowing eyes looking down on you. After focusing on this for a moment longer, you see a second pair of these beady yellow eyes. They shift, and you see what looks like a shadow move up in the darkness of the trees overhead. The moonlight shining down on them, creating a strange silhouette, an elongated head with what looks like a beak several feet long. The
Nope.
shadow extends out wings, and you can see green, leathery skin stretched out between them. Just before these creatures jump down from the canopy, and Kawasha yells, "Terror Folk!" at the top of his lungs.
Nope.
Oh god damn it.
Luckily, Kawasha is one of the ones that noticed it and knew what to call out, so nobody is surprised, but we are going to roll initiative as these mammoth-sized bird people descend.
How the hell did they sneak up? We're bad at this, guys.
Don't
We're bad
like
at this,
this.
guys.
They are very big.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
And we're very
And
small.
music
Yeah, I'm 5'1".
change.
My character is 5'1".
Mine's 2 feet tall.
is Moss really 2 feet tall?
Yeah.
Is that what it says on her sheet?
Yeah, I think
We
so.
need to change
Salazar's
Moss
taller than Moss?
to small category.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh wait, is there a different size token for small?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's actual
Oh.
mechanical differences for Moss being small size.
Oh.
Salazar is also small.
Salazar-
Is Salazar also small?
And so
Yeah.
is Vance.
Oh yeah, so's Banth.
Oh my god. Okay, oh shit. Okay, stand by. Let me before we get it further with this and I forget again. Let's go ahead and resize the 3 years tokens.
This is why when we were talking about giants, I said no.
Oh my god.
I don't
this
want to
is-
be stepped on.
This is gonna be fun. Okay.
You know, I said we were gonna have time for Terrafolk, and then the one guy that we didn't get, the Terrafolk.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
officially setting everyone's tokens right now to be these new sizes, so this will just take me a second. Another thing that we
Salazar
only have to
weighs
do
a
once.
whopping, I think like 40 or
I think-
50 pounds with his armor.
Yeah, I think Moss was a total of like 28.
Jesus. Okay.
What did I write down? I wrote down 30 pounds.
Your
like
size,
mine
your
off
size and weight actually does come into play mechanically often in this game, so this is good. This is good that we're getting that.
What's
we're catching
weird
this
though
early.
is like he's only 30 pounds, but he's got 120 pounds of equipment he's carrying.
Nice, strong.
No, he's got an 8 strength.
No.
Very not strong.
D&D just doesn't know how to do weights and scaling for size.
Yeah. I definitely like D&D's better than Pathfinder's though. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Pathfinder is not great.
Pathfinder is just too crunchy. I like a little bit of crunch in my gaming system, but Pathfinder is just a little much, I think.
It's
Oh.
crunch.
Crunchy. Okay, good stuff. So, you know what, let's go ahead and roll individual initiatives for each of these Terrafolk.
Oh,
I mean,
I
I,
don't like
can
that.
roll them
That
all.
plays
I can
are
roll them all.
scary.
I can roll them once if you want. All 6 of them acting on one turn.
No.
Oh, my mistake.
No.
She's 2 feet and 1 inch tall, 28 pounds.
Well, that makes quite the difference. I'll adjust the token size.
Thank you.
I didn't think Salazar was that much taller than Moss.
Oh my god, this is gonna be okay. This just got a lot funnier with your little tokens.
Yeah, it did. and then we gotta do the guides too.
Yes, thank you for reminding me.
One of these things is definitely going to pick me up and fly away.
I will catch you.
I mean,
As
if that
your
happens,
official-
you can rule the Kobold Mountains.
As your official guides, anyone that would like to, again, no obligation to do this at all whatsoever, but anyone that would like to can control either Weed or Kawasha during combat encounters. If anyone
I
would
can
like
do
to.
one.
Which one would you like?
I don't care.
You know
No,
what?
give me weed.
Okay,
Weed looks
yeah.
like fun.
Weed's got very limited stats, so if you'd like to, you can do both of them. Kawasha's definitely more interesting than running combat.
Okay.
If you
can
don't want to,
play
you
a
don't
real
have
druid.
to. And anytime that you want
Hey,
to,
hey, hey.
you can. Holy shit!
Hey.
Shots fired.
Salazar is a fantastic druid.
Salazar's a druid without animal handling in nature. I don't want to hear it.
Hey. But he keeps you fed. He's
And
got
he
herbalism.
keeps you fed.
He's got medicine.
Just don't ask him to identify if something's a lizard or a snake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
You
only
have
knows
control of weed, and you now also have control of Kawasha. And there we go. Okay, everyone. They should both be in everyone's journals now. Okay, and we're off. The Terrafolk, as one, begin to descend from the high up canopies. And this one, directly above Salazar and Vanth, the first thing it is going to do is it is going to dive straight.
Actually pretty stacked.
Yeah, Kawasha's NPCs for early game are always very powerful.
Yeah.
Very rarely are they like CR half or 1/8. Usually, like your traveling companions can well and handily kick your asses. All right. So,
Crunchy, get down.
I love that your cat's name is Crunchy. That's amazing. Okay.
He wants to play.
Salazar. It is going to fly down straight towards you. Oh, you all can see that. So it does that.
No laptop, baby.
Oh.
Okay.
Good boy. Good boy.
Here we go. All right, Salazar. It dives straight down directly at you. Dives straight down directly at you, except you know what? It's not going to make an attack. It is instead going to try to grab you with its talons. So it drops 30 feet down directly at you, Salazar, and is going to lash out at you with its talons. I need you to make a contested athletics or acrobatics check against this bird thing. Good luck.
Oh god.
Oh my.
It just rolled a 21.
Don't take our chef.
I bet he tastes great, though.
He's been eating well.
Don't encourage.
Oh, so close. But unfortunately, it does grab you, Salazar, and hefting its wings lifts you 10 feet into the air. And that is its turn.
I do not like this.
Moss. Oh, point of order. Each of these birds, until stated otherwise, is 30 feet up. So
Oh,
this
30
one
feet
is
up,
now
got it.
10 feet off the ground since it flew down and then lifted Salazar 10 feet. So it's now 10 feet up. This one is, all the rest of them are still 30 feet in the air. In trees, on branches.
Okay. Okay. I would like to rage. Please
Nice.
be a 4. Please be a 4. Damn. Okay. I can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. I'm teleporting onto this thing's back.
Holy shit, okay. Sweet. Cool. I like it. It shrieks and says,
And-
"Get off of me, tiny creature!"
I'm going to say, no. And stab its head.
12 just hits.
Hooray!
For 6 slashing, very good. So you're on this one's back.
Yes.
Okay. Just like-
That was clutch.
Come here, big girl. What you doing?
All right.
Why are you wet? Whoa.
Oh no. Anything else from Moss?
No. Holding on. She's holding on tight. Go to daddy. You're all wet.
Okay. Selita is going to whip around and aim her short bow up into the trees, and she is going to take a shot with her short bow. Unfortunately, it does go wide. Brings us to Bant.
Okay, so you said this one is 10 feet above the ground.
Yes,
With
with
Salazar.
Salazar in its claws.
Okay, so
This
I'm
is fine.
going to pull out.
This is fine.
I'm going
Yeah, everything's
to pull
fine.
out my short bow and
Okay.
like aim right at its feet that are clutching Salazar.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Let's see. It has a relatively low AC, so I will say on a hit of 18 or higher, you can get it to let go of Salazar.
Okay. Come on, short bow. I will take my inspiration.
Fantastic. Salazar, you see an arrow embed into the claw just above where it's holding onto you. The creature shrieks in pain and does drop you. Salazar, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
I mean, at least you get damage.
You land on your feet and take no fall damage.
Nice.
Sweet.
Good stuff.
Go ahead and roll damage, man.
Alright.
Man, that was awesome.
Yeah, good stuff.
What a hero.
That would include sneak attack as well, right?
Yes, it would, because Salazar was right there when you shot.
Salazar was within 0 feet of it.
19 points, huge.
Damn.
Hopefully it was 2 feet.
Boo.
Fantastic. It shrieks and flies a few and tries to fly away. Yeah, that hurt it a lot. It is gravely wounded, but still in the air.
Awesome. That's my turn.
Good turn. Vera.
I'm going to spiritual weapon. I think the one that's let me get off my character sheet right here. So let me spiritual weapon him.
12 hits.
14.
14 hits. 12 AC. Where's spiritual weapon going?
On this Terrafolk right here.
Can you ping again, please? I missed it. Thank you.
Yep. For 8 force. I'm gonna kind of stand back toward the fire a little bit more, and then I'm gonna end my turn.
8 force. Good stuff. Okay. So that was your bonus action, right? Did you have anything to do with your action?
I guess I could ready a Warhammer strike, right?
What cantrips do you have?
Guidance Light, Toll the Dead, Sacred Flame.
Toll the Dead.
Oh, I guess I could, right?
Or Sacred Flame.
I forgot I can do that.
I play a cleric. It's the only
I
character
know.
that I actually know how to play. Alright. So it took the 8, and now it must make a wisdom saving throw.
DC 13. Wisdom
It
save.
do fail. Roll a d12.
Oh yeah, it is. I'm not level. Oh,
Unfortunate.
I'm gonna take my turn.
Okay. Brings us to the next of the Terrafolk. And Vera, it is going to fly down to here. And it is just going to begin lashing out at you with its claws. So it lashes out at you twice with its claws, Vera, with a 16 and a 7 to hit.
Both miss.
And then after both of those misses, it lets out a strange cry at you and lashes out with its beak. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
For 7 piercing.
Ow.
Brings us to Salazar.
I think Salazar is going to cast Shillelagh as a bonus action. And then as an action, bring out Sizzle right in this thing's face.
Fantastic.
So it's going to be a dex save against 2d6 damage.
It fails. Fantastic. It erupts in flames, Sizzle appearing right in front of it, the flame bursting out, covering this thing's face. It quickly spreads to its wings. It flies a few feet up into the air before plummeting back to the ground and crashing in a burning heap at your feet, Salazar.
Oh my! I did not think that was going to kill it. Well, that's going to be turn.
Okay. Brings us to this one. Is going to swoop down and begin its assault. Oh no, it's got a moss rod. It's got a moss rod on its back.
And she's holding on because her glaive is embedded in its head.
Good God.
That's an image.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna fly 50 feet straight up, shrieking and crying out in common for Moss. Get off! Let go! Get off of me! Ah! And it's gonna fly up and it's gonna start doing barrel rolls as it goes. Moss
I'm
rocks.
here for this. Yes.
Make an acrobatics or athletics check to hold on. Since your halberd is embedded in it, you can do so at advantage.
Hooray.
I mean, she already had advantage, technically.
Right, from athletics checks for raging, but acrobatics. Montserrat, you do manage to hang on, and it is now going to turn and use its dash action to dive. Just dive bomb straight back down through as many trees and plants and brushes as it can.
She is laughing the whole way.
Oh my god!
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
We need this
and I'm
time.
the stupidest there is.
Oh god. So this time it will be an athletics check. You will have advantage because you're raging, but now it's just straight up holding on.
Okay.
Oh my god. So you see this thing just goes flying up into the air, a little goblin trailing behind it, holding onto the haft of a halberd. This thing is shrieking in profanities, and then it turns and dives straight back down through some trees, comes out the other side, lands on the ground, and Moss is still just holding on.
Oh my god. I'm like turned around, just thinking, like, what in God's name is going on?
So it would have made it to right here. It is on the ground now, because it's got a freaking goblin problem it needs to deal with. And that is going to bring us to Kawasha.
She wants this thing to have PTSD when she's done.
If he lives,
Oh, she'll let it.
what the hell?
Tell all your
Kawasha
friends.
Is gonna run up here and cast Entangle on these two that are trying to get at Vera.
Okay.
If we can catch both of them.
This one is still in the air. It hasn't had a turn yet, so it's still 30 feet up in a tree.
Okay, so
Let's
it's
see,
the
there
one
are
or the
still
other.
3 that have not taken turns yet.
Yeah.
All the southern ones. This one, and this one. I guess that's north, but those 3 have not taken turns yet.
Got it. We'll just entangle the one on Vera then.
Got it. Athletics
So
check.
That's going to be. I think it's a
Dexterity saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
I know what I'm doing, I promise.
That's going to be a DC. Where is his saving throw on here?
12. It's where at the bottom of his.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, that's gonna blend in. Okay, so I'm assuming you're getting it so it's just out of range of Vera, right?
Yes.
Okay, strength save.
Bring all the vines and things out of the trees to wrap them up.
Awesome.
Strength saving throw result is a 12. A 12.
That saves.
Oh no, bummer. All right.
It
Right.
was worth a shot.
So, pulling and yanking its feet up and off the ground as these vines begin to lash up, wrapping around it, it is able to escape. Is Kawasha going to do anything else?
Just cast Shillelagh on his staff.
Okay. Does he drop the entangle once he
that-
notices it fails? Or is he gonna keep
No,
it?
because it's still difficult terrain.
Got it. So he is concentrating.
Yes.
Okay.
And then that will be turn.
Fantastic. Now, this Terrafolk is going to see the other small creature lick its lips and dive down, making a beeline for Banth. Banth, its claws extended out towards you. I need you to make an acrobatics or athletics check to try and avoid the grapple it's sending your way. It does grab you, Banth. It used 30 feet of its movement to get down. It, like Salazar before you, takes you 10 feet into the air. That is its turn. Brings us to Abe.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Banth.
Question.
Oh, yep.
Since Banth is within 5 feet of me, when it grabs me, do I get an attack of opportunity?
That is a good point. Yes, you would.
I don't have much, but I can at least stab it with a dagger.
Jagger. 7 is no good.
Or I cannot.
Okay. Brings us to Weed, who is not exactly the greatest of combatants, as I'm sure you've noticed, Austin.
Oh, yeah. It's all good. He's just going to pick up a rock and launch it with its sling,
Awesome.
so we can't just knock this out of the air.
15 hits.
Oh, for 5 bludgeoning.
Fantastic. Cracks the
Actually, not bad.
Terrafolk in the head, and it like kind of recoils a little bit, and then looks back down, and then it hisses in common, "I'll be back for you."
He just does a little dance. Oh, he's technically small too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All
We
these
have
little-
such
all
a
these,
small
all these
party.
little guys. There's little guys
Little
running
guys.
around.
Pygmy means
That's
little.
gonna be true though.
True. He do be pygmy.
Okay, that brings us to Asim.
Asim is going to activate one of his charges to form a dread. Should be. Let's see, maybe just double check something here.
Yep.
Yep, D10 plus Warlock level 10 HP. So, 10 temporary hit points, and more importantly, with that Terror Dive, makes him immune to the Frightened condition.
Ooh, nice.
And how high up is this Pterosaur at this moment?
10 feet.
Okay, so it's far enough away.
Yep.
My familiar is going to give me do a flyby help action. Well, it's actually going to hover there right beside it. And we're going to attempt to shoot this son of a gun.
Nice, nice.
$18 hits for 10 force damage, and it now has to make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened itself.
Wisdom saving throw result is a 10. It is a Ferd.
Excellent. Frightened's lovely for that disadvantage on certain things.
Indeed. So that Terrafolk
And,
is a Ferd.
And he's going to step back a little bit just to have a little bit better angle of attack. And that is my turn.
Fantastic. Brings us to the two remaining Terrafolk. The one up here is going to swoop down, making a beeline straight for Salida, and it is going to do its Terror Dive and strike.
Quick question. Does Warcaster work on a spiritual weapon?
I don't think so, but that is certainly worth a check.
I just want to know because I do have the Warcaster.
Spiritual weapon does not count as a as an object, so I don't think so. But Warcaster, spiritual weapon 5e, opportunity attack. I guarantee this question has been asked before. No, spiritual weapon cannot be used to make opportunity attacks.
Oh, sorry, I did not mean to press that.
Let me see if I can find the reasoning for Stack Exchange. Stack Exchange immediately said no, but I'm trying to figure out the reasoning behind it. No, the weapon is not a creature and does not have a reach.
Okay, that's fair.
So opportunity attack only applies to creatures.
I was just wondering, just in case.
All
that's
good. Okay, charging straight down at Salida, and then lashing out with its claws. A 16 does hit. She is very lightly armored. 16 does hit for 6 slashing to Salida. It will then attempt again, missing this time, and then lashing out with a bite attack and hitting with that one for 6 more piercing to Salida. Goes to the next Terrafolk, who is going to swoop down and then attempt a Terror Dive at Vera. Vera. Oh, Salida also needs to make a Wisdom saving throw against the Fear attack, I believe. Terror Dive. Oh, it's just frightened. Okay. Yep, Salida has Fear. Okay, Vera. It dives at you. Claws first. Claws extended, making 2 rakes across with a nat 1 and an 8. Both are clearly going to miss. It will then attempt to bite you with a 16 to hit.
Miss.
And that brings us to Undril. This thing is on the ground. Undril is going to shout, "I'm coming, Moss!" And drawing her great broadsword is going to charge right towards you. Because Moss is her friend. You were the Tower of Terror.
This is accurate.
And charging at you with her greatsword, She has some cool abilities. Let me check some of these out. None of her abilities are posting.
Knight Brave.
Knight Brave!
This is the best game.
Knight has advantage of wisdom saving throws against being frightened. Leadership. Very cool. Okay, we'll come into that later. Very cool. Okay. I don't know why I closed that. Her token actions aren't working. So she's going to charge straight towards the Terrafolk, holding on to Moss. Swing her greatsword twice. I don't think we can call that flanking, unfortunately. But wounding the Terrafolk severely. Brings us to...
I have a thought when it's my turn. I can't wait.
Okay. It is your turn.
Oh, okay.
Convenient.
So I have a dino lead line.
Okay.
Can I halter this bitch?
I mean, you can certainly try. It has been speaking to you, so it is not a dinosaur. And it will obviously not take kindly to having a bit shoved in its mouth.
I'm in war crime mode, and
You know,
you know what? It's badly wounded. I'm just going to kill it so we can help everyone else.
Okay. I'm in war crime mode. That has to be the most D&D sentence I have ever heard.
Well, you guys say she's raging. She's just like, how can I have a convention named after me?
Right, Geneva. Who's that?
Oh, sad. I want my inspo. I want to hit it.
16 hits.
And it's bigger than me, so I'd like to roll a d6.
Fury of the Small.
Yes.
I love it. So that is 15 points. Moss, how do you take down this poor bird?
oh my god.
I just climb my glaive, which is still stuck in its neck, and pogo stick on it till it hits vertebrae. I turn butter till it's dead. Okay.
This is the little creature committing these atrocities, everybody. I just want everyone to be aware of this. Anything else, Moss? It's dead. It's very dead.
Yes. I would like to. Let me hold on a second. Let me do some measurements real quick. Oh, I'm going to teleport 30 feet with my glaive to the back of this one.
What the
Oh my
fuck?
god. I can't believe Moss is committing every war crime under the Geneva Convention, man. What
She's
the world?
Listen. She hasn't waterboarded anybody. Here we go.
She hasn't waterboarded anybody, okay? This is mild shit.
Why?
God.
And everyone just hears her laughing.
Moss is having a good time. Alright, okay. Yep. We're gonna make a wisdom saving
This
throw
one
for this
hostage.
one.
In the dark, fire flickering, shadows over its face, just your turn.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I did already make a wisdom saving throw for it. It did succeed. So while scared, it is not.
Oh my god.
It is definitely worried.
Worried.
Okay. Selita is frightened. Okay. Till the end of its next turn. So Selita cannot move any closer to this. So she has her back to most of you, so you don't see the terrified expression on her face, but she is going to attempt to swing her scimitar twice at this creature. At disadvantage. 15 hits, so does 12. For 10 points of slashing, blindly slashing up and down against this creature. It shrieks in pain as she does score 2 hits on it. And at the end of her turn, she regains her wits, re-steadies herself, and prepares to continue the fight. Banth, you are 10 feet in the air in the claws of a Terrafolk. What do you do?
Okay, can I attempt to, pull my dagger off my belt and stab it in the claw?
Absolutely. Grappled, all it does to you mechanically is it's going to make your movement speed 0. I'll go ahead and throw the text up right now so you can see specifically what it can do. Yep.
And I made sure to have my familiar up there beside that thing, so you have an ally within 5 feet of it.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, I will do that then.
Okay.
Dagger.
Dagger. Ooh.
Awesome.
These guys made a mistake.
So,
Jesus. Okay.
Yikes.
So, Banth, as this thing looks down at you, it's going to say, "You will make a lovely meal." Right before you jab your dagger right up into it, its eyes go wide, and it kind of has this confused look on its face, and it does drop you, and then fall right alongside you. Banth, you have a nifty little glide, so...
yes, yes, I do.
So it drops you, and it falls faster than you do. It drops you, and you kind of hover there for just a moment as this thing just crashes down to the jungle below, and you just make a nice, easy glide down to the ground.
Awesome. That's me.
Good shit. Vera.
Alright, I am gonna Warhammer the one that's not on, terrified streak of, with Moss. I bet 18
18
hits.
hits.
Cool, alright, for 10 bludgeoning.
Fantastic.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon here just so it's closer to the Terrafolk that's on me, and I'm gonna whack. I'm not using session, I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. Next Terrafolk is this one. This one is going to fly straight up to avoid the entanglement. And it is going to move right over to here. And it is going to make an attack.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
It did not leave your attack range.
Okay.
And it is going to attack you, Vera. 2 claws, a 14, a 12, and then the bite. Oh, that's a crit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay, for the bite, you are looking at 12 piercing. Salazar.
I think we're just gonna put 3 scorching rays in the back of this one that's in the middle of everything.
Nice.
Oh, teamwork. We're killing it.
Yeah.
Oh
y'all
my
are good.
god.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
Which one are you targeting, Salazar?
The one that just hit Vera.
Okay. Roll damage, all 3.
Worst druid, best kobold. I love this.
Wow.
That's damage.
So, strikes the back of the Terrafolk, and another one goes up in flames, bursting into fire. And, yeah.
I think that's gonna be his turn.
Jeez.
Annihilate this
That's a
one.
pretty impressive
Oh,
turn.
that was nice.
What's Kawasha gonna do here?
I think he is going to. This one fighting Salida is on the floor, right?
Yes. All of them are grounded currently.
Yeah, he's gonna run up and smack it with his shillelagh
Schmack, shillelagh. 12 hits.
for 4 bludgeoning.
For a bludgeoning.
She will go.
I was like, what? Is everybody okay? Someone need medical attention? Having a stroke? No? Okay, that's just a weird fucking word. Get it.
I was actually thinking I wanted to name a character chamomile, but have her pronounce it Shemamale.
Oh, God.
Shemamale.
Okay, anything else from Kawasha?
I think that'll be it.
Now you give me that Shimale.
What's Abe gonna do here?
I guess he can run to go meet up with everyone.
Yeah. I didn't realize Abe was so combat ineffective. I mean, he did do 5 bludgeoning with his sling.
Yeah, he's gonna throw another rock at this one that Moss is currently on top of.
Sweet.
Distraction.
So I know it's probably not a sound he would make, but I'm picturing him as he runs making the Zoidberg like
Just screaming nonsense.
Yeah, that's canon.
He's only got 9 HP. He really can't afford to get hit.
Right. Okay.
So he'll throw a rock and miss.
Okay.
He'll throw a rock and miss.
Look at that. He's fucking resilient.
Hmm. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, like, he kind of just picks himself up if he gets hit.
Right. That's kind of cool. Like, if he goes down to 0, he just picks himself up on the start of his next turn.
As long as he doesn't get hit with cold
Fire, ice, or... Yeah. Necrotic. Cold, fire, necrotic. That does track. That does make sense. Luckily, most of the things in the jungle that are going to try and eat him don't do those. Okay, Asim.
Help.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay. The owl is providing the help actions for anyone fighting that Terrafolk.
Okay.
Which one do I attack?
I was gonna let Moth keep this one as a pet, to be honest.
Apparently they're sentient, so that's frowned upon. Whatever.
I mean, she could just be a Terrafolk Rider. What's wrong with that?
Asena's going to walk up a little bit. Look at this Terrafolk up here in front of our guides. And we're going to break out a new spell.
Nice.
Robo Hank.
Rolling. Hank, we didn't catch you last. Yeah, we got that.
Basically, I'm casting the spell Mind Spike at this thing.
Ooh,
up
Mind
here.
Spike, very nice. Int save,
Just
right?
Protect.
Wisdom save. Okay.
I
Jeez.
don't. Wisdom save.
I'm gonna stop guessing stuff.
There's so many choices. I mean, it's not like
It do fail.
Okay.
12 points.
And for flavor, it's like he reaches out, twists his hand, and tries to. From the looks of everything else, like he tries to wrench the thing soul out just a little bit.
Fantastic.
Oh.
The thing looks over towards you, Asim, as you shout out to get its attention. And it looks towards you just in time, and you all see just like this little spectral image of itself kind of pull from it just a little bit, and then twist violently, and then it just drops dead. No visible wounds from the impact.
Let's not piss off Asim, y'all.
Yeah, I'll take my chances, probably.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
All right, Asim, anything else?
That is it.
How many of these things are fucking left alive? Okay.
Just the one I'm writing.
Right? So, Moss, it is going to leap into the air and throw itself onto the ground violently. You first.
Okay.
Let's see. What kind of an attack would that be? I don't think it would be an attack. I think it would just be a contested athletics.
Body slam.
Yeah.
Should I just roll athletics check?
Yes. It gets a 17. You have advantage.
I get also 17.
Reroll. Straight roll off. Roll a d20.
14.
19, because you
Oh,
have
19.
advantage.
Okay.
Right.
Here we go. It's going to be hard pressed to beat that. Athletics result is a 21.
Boo.
Moss, it leaps into the air, crashes down with you directly underneath it. We'll say you take 1d6 bludgeoning from that.
Do you want me to roll or you?
I got it.
Okay.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning, and the grapple is broken. It is then going to leap up, look around, kind of scurry back a couple steps, look around at everything, and then just fucking take off.
Before it went in the air, can I opportunity attack?
Yes, you and Moss both get opportunity attacks
Never
against
mind.
Hold on. People opener. Whee.
it. Whee! 16 hits. For 11. It does not care. It is going to fly its full 50 feet straight up into the air.
And that 11 slashing. Please be a big M on its hide.
Fum fum fum.
Please.
Actually, if it is, it would still be in range of my
Yes.
next shot.
It is still in range of several ranged attacks. So, we'll just go straight down the line. Let's see. Undril would just sheath her sword and give it like a solemn nod as it takes off into the sky. Like, wise choice, it has chosen to live. Moss, do you have any ranged attacks to send its way?
I got teleportation for 30 feet.
It's 50 feet up.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, Moss, I like where your head's at for this. If you use your 30-foot teleportation and then attempt to hit it with a rope, so that would be a 30-foot teleportation and then a dexterity attack roll.
My grappling hook.
There you go.
Oh my god.
So you're 30 feet straight up and then a ranged attack roll. Now, mind you, if you are successful, you are now attached to this thing that is trying to run away.
I can always release it.
Okay. Ranged attack roll.
How do I just like
D20 plus your dex modifier.
Can I just do it like the crossbow?
Yep.
Or
Perfect.
okay.
I think we would have to subtract your proficiency, which is just 2. So 14 hits. Good God. This thing is gonna... trauma. So it's flying, it's flapping its enormous wings, gaining altitude, and then suddenly you all see a little grappling hook go flying up through the air and catch it on its clawed hook, on its clawed foot. It looks down, and you see Mossrot dangling about 30 feet below it. Or, well, about 20 feet below it. You made it 30 feet straight up, it was 50 feet away, so you are dangling 20 feet below it. Roll a d6 for damage on that. Okay.
3, I'll take it.
This thing looks terrified. Brings us to Salida, who is going to draw her short bow, reach up, and take a shot at it. Jeez, she's missing with that thing. Banth, what do you do?
I will also take a short bow shot at it.
Okay. 14 hits.
Does he get sneak attack?
Mossrot is not close enough. Mossrot is dangling 20 feet below the thing.
Okay. So, just ignore the sneak.
Okay, so 5 piercing.
That's it.
You're up.
Oh, the dead.
Toll the dead. Wisdom save.
Amazing.
Wisdom saving throw result is a nat 1. Roll d12. 5 points. Very good, very good. It is looking rough, but it is still up, and away in. Salazar.
Let's
What
go,
I would
Sizzle.
like to do, and I don't know if it would work or not, is cast an entangle
In the
to
air.
try to tie it up so it doesn't fly away.
Now, we are making an exception for this one because this is obviously a very fucking wonky combat. So we are going to make an exception here. I will allow you to cast Entangle. We'll call it you're casting it from a nearby tree.
That's what I was thinking, is some like vines and things.
Oh, I guess
Right.
'cause,
Jumping
like,
out
this
from the
tree
trees.
is like right next to it,
Yep.
right?
Yep, that's how we're going to play that. So strength
But,
save.
Strength save, DC 14.
Okay, it does fail. It is trapped, entangled in the tree. Its movement is 0, and there's a moss dangling from it.
And I think that's going to be turn.
What about Kawasha? Does he even have any range?
I mean, he does, but I think you would kind of just let this play
Yeah,
out.
okay. Asim?
Uh,
Or is Abe gonna throw a sling at it?
take a shot at it.
Okay, go ahead, Asim.
Come on, man. Let's just do it over here. Then.
16 hits.
Awesome.
So,
Or 9.
Oh my
Trapped,
God.
trapped in a tree, flailing wildly, moss rot dangling from a rope 20 feet below it, climbing. I'm assuming she's got like a dagger in her teeth or something.
Oh yeah, she's going up there just like evil laughter.
And then Asim just blasts this thing, hits it squarely in the head, and it drops limp in the tree, dangling from the entanglement, moss hanging a couple feet below it. And
Aww.
we are going to exit initiative.
Do I need to make an athletics check to get away from the body, or am I good?
You're good. You're good. It's hanging from
Okay.
the tree. It's very much just like entangled up in the tree up there.
Alright, I'm gonna apply one charge of my Kyogum's ointment on me, so I'm gonna roll 2d8 plus 2 to regain health. Oh, wow.
All right, everybody. Oh shit. Vera, let's go ahead and retcon that Kyogams because you're about to get a long rest.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
Got
no
it,
need.
got it.
No need to it, no need. So Kawasha would get up, look around at everybody. Kind of I don't know, like a I'm glad you're on our side look to Moss, and walk up to the terrafolk that Salazar broiled, and looks around and says, "Well, you all seem to know what you're doing." Says, "The beasts of the jungle will certainly enjoy this meal we have given them tonight." And then him and Abe begin to drag the bodies out into the jungle.
I'm gonna help them drag the bodies.
I am going to get my grappling hook off this thing and curl up in this log like a baby.
just
You're muted, babe.
just the freaking the extreme violence followed immediately by look how cute I am.
Also, she has a little stuffed goblin dolly that she is holding while she
Oh
sleeps.
my god.
Is she still wearing the kobold onesie while this is all happening?
I don't see why not.
I don't see why not. God.
The question, since these are intelligent creatures,
Mm-hmm.
did they have any stuff upon them?
Let's see.
Were they intelligent though? Because
I mean, they made a mistake. That's for damn sure.
They just wanted food, man.
Yeah, they just wanted to eat you all. No big, no big. Right? It literally, the terrafolk meet firm resistance. They attempt to flee. No such chance. Okay, they each carry javelins on them. They have several ranged weapons, which they didn't get a chance to use because they dramatically underestimated your party.
No kidding.
Yeah. So their whole thing was just to grab the small folk and run off with a quick meal, but you all had different ideas.
I could teleport 30 feet at
God.
a whim.
Okay, so let's see what they dropped. Okay. They don't really carry much on them, but one of them does have what looks like a lock. Just a lock. It is a very nice looking one. Cast in bronze, intricately designed. It has a maze.
Too nice for them?
It has a maze drawn on the back of it.
Is it like too nice for them?
Very much so. Yeah. It definitely doesn't look like something that they would have made. And Kawasha would... Here, let's go ahead and put you all back on the everything is fine map.
Can I, do a perception check to see what I can see on this lock? Potentially?
Yeah. So while Vera is examining this lock, Kawasha would inform you all that the terrafolk are one of the more dangerous tribes within the jungle. Predatory, brutish creatures. But as you could tell by the fact that they could speak to you, he has a little bit of a hard time getting this one out, but they are intelligent creatures. And yeah, so with a 16, Vera, you would see that it is a very finely crafted lock. It does appear to be of Cholton make. It appears that it was made here on the peninsula. Made more clear by the fact that there is the intricate maze design drawn into or etched, I should say, into the back of the lock.
Okay.
Could I study that maze, considering the fact that I also studied the one at the temple?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll give Asim the help since I'm trying to hold up the maze and kind of point stuff out on the lock for him.
Okay. Make
what do
intelligence
I need
checks,
to
both of you.
attempt? Straight
Great.
intelligence?
Yep, straight intelligence checks from both of you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll also toss a guidance on myself for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need guidance too.
Oof.
Oh. This may not... Well, let's see what happens.
Oh,
And
I forgot
can-
I had Sentinel. Stupid.
Also, Sentinel means that once it tried to leave your range and you smacked it with an opportunity attack, it had to stop.
Oh,
Is that what Sentinel is?
Yes.
Or is
yes,
Sentinel?
yes.
Yeah. So you hit it with an opportunity attack, it stops, and you get an opportunity attack when it enters your range.
You know what,
Oh.
Or is that
I'm gonna-
Polearm Master? I might be mixing the two up.
No. Hold on.
I'm gonna do the sessional for 17 in the lock.
Okay. Yeah, you can figure out how to solve it. You feel pretty confident that you see a path through the maze, or like how to solve it on the back. It becomes 0. Creature poke opportunity attacks even if they take the disengage action. Creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you. Okay, so there's a few things. So Sentinel is just half of the thing that I always see. So I'm a little bit. I was a little bit confused on which part of it Sentinel is. So Sentinel, yes, when you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, its speed becomes 0. You can make opportunity attacks even if they've taken the disengage action, and if a creature so it specifies within 5 feet of you, not within your range. So even if it is 10 feet away, this only works if it's 5 feet away. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against someone that's not you, you can make a. It says you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack. Okay, cool. Cool. Good to know for future reference. All right.
Yeah, I think usually it's stacked with
Polearm Master.
Polearm Master.
Yeah, and that's the one that gives them opportunity attacks when someone comes within 5 feet of you, or within your attack range.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the brutal combo with that is making it so that people can't get to you and can't get away from you. It's kind of nuts. But talked about that last session. So yeah, Vera, you feel pretty confident that you could solve the maze.
Okay.
Let's do it.
What do I do for solving the maze as I attempt to do it?
What do you do?
I guess I would kind of follow the maze either with like my finger or like something small like a I'm trying to think what I have in like my kits to be able to see if I can solve it and then get to the center of the lock.
Which of those two things you just said do you do?
Follow it with my finger?
So you trace the route of the maze on the back of this lock with your finger.
Yes.
Vera, the moment you complete the maze, the world around you vanishes. The rest of you, standing near, would see Vera drop to the ground, unconscious. Vera, you find yourself standing amidst shadowed ruins in a place that you do not recognize, surrounded by cloaked figures. They all look down at you, watching you. There are dozens of them, possibly hundreds, spread throughout the ruins. One of them approaches you. You can't see its face, you can't see past the darkness of its hood. It pulls its hood back to reveal the grinning face of a massive serpent. It strikes at you, and you wake up. At that moment, you all would see Vera jolt from her unconsciousness, sitting bolt upright. And we will take our break right here.
My dude.
All right, everybody. So we are back. It's been maybe about 15, 20 minutes since the confrontation with the Terra folk. Immediately after, Vera and Asim were investigating the lock, and Vera traced the outline of the maze on the back of the lock with her fingers, solving it successfully, and receiving a rather frightening vision for so doing. Vera, you've just woken up, sitting up bolt upright from what looked like a fainting episode of some kind. No one else has seen what you've seen just now. Gawasha and Salita stand back, looking appraisingly curious, not necessarily alarmed, but definitely a bit shocked. What do y'all do?
I'm just waiting on somebody to speak to me.
What just happened there?
I don't know. Snake people. Ruins. Shadowy things. I don't know.
Salita and Kawasha back there would hear that, and Kawasha would step forward. Snake people. What do you mean, snake people?
I don't know. It was just a woman with like some snake head that just was like staring at me.
He walks over to you and kneels down. I need you to be very specific. Remember carefully. Were these people?
People.
Or were they snakes?
Snake-headed people.
He looks back to Salita, and she has a very concerned expression on her face, and she shakes her head. Kawasha turns back towards you. The Yuan Ti are a myth of our people. No one has seen them and survived to tell about it, at least. Well over a century. The Yuan Ti are a demon-born people, created through dark magics. They are but a boogeyman, a tale we tell our children at night so they behave. You must have seen some sort of hallucination that resembles the Yuan Ti. He looks at the maze, the lock in your hand. The maze is the symbol of Ubtao, the great protector god of Chult. If this is what he chooses to show you, then perhaps I shouldn't simply write it off. Enough of this superstitious.
God.
Are you hurt? Are you okay? Do you require medical
Yeah,
attention?
No, I just need some sleep. I'm fine.
You should tell him to try the maze.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, try this. I don't know.
He shakes his head. Says, the gift of Ubtao is not given lightly. It would be improper for me to attempt to duplicate your results. Besides, if I was to attempt the same and solve it, now that you have done so, I would be unlikely to see anything, as would anyone else. Remember what you have seen. I am hesitant to believe that the Yuan Ti are here, but if this is what Ubtao has shown you, then it deserves consideration.
Well, alright, I'm gonna go to bed with this lock then. And I'm gonna go back over to the log where I was previously, and I'm gonna start sleeping.
Is it the log that Moss is inside?
No, lock.
Oh, okay.
The lock that
thought you said
the lock
I
that
thought she said when shooting over to the log.
Yeah, I'm shooting over to the log opposite from you.
Okay.
All right. Okay, everybody. You can go ahead and take your long rest for the evening.
Moss is just having happy dreams, just giggling about. His head popped right off.
Oh my god.
Okay. Everybody can take their long rest as necessary. And just like that, we are on to our next day of travel. Salida,
Take off another use.
Yep. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Everybody take off another use of your rations. Rations, bug repellent, water. Although your water supplies are refilling regularly as the rain has not yet let up.
This is great. I think I have 25 rations left. I want bananas on food.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Nice.
I have 98 charges left on my gourds.
We love them gourds. I've got 4 gourds.
I got 5.
Nice. The incense is fine, but she wants to be like a greased up, I don't know what, but.
Okay. Have to check something on the weather real quick. The rain does begin to pick up rather heavily during your all's next day of travel. In fact, you begin
Does
to
that
hear
mean there's puddles?
thunder. You all are on the river, back on the river.
Okay.
You begin to hear rolling thunder, and as the first strike hits in the distance, you see Kawasha and Weed both tilt their head up to the sky and look towards each other knowingly. Kawasha would turn towards you all and say, "It appears a storm is on its way."
As it's raining on us, he says this.
Yes.
No kidding.
He shakes his
Yeah.
head and says, "No, the rain. Rain is one thing. This is a storm." And as he says that, the rain begins to pour down on you all.
Could we get off?
Torrential
river?
downpour.
Should we get off the river? Like, what is it? What are his thoughts?
Kawasha would say, he would look around, take it all in, and say, "It is up to you all. Unless the conditions worsen, we should be fine on the river, but if the banks do overflow, we could find ourselves thrown way off course, forced into a tributary. We may lose a day if we stop."
Does it help that I have proficiency in water vehicles? And so does Vera.
Yeah.
He would nod and say, "We should be capable of weathering this storm." Let me see, how severe is it? Where is my weather me? There it is. Welcome to Chill. Okay. Moss, as you are the one who suggested perhaps proceeding, why don't you roll a d20 for me?
Good luck, everybody. Okay.
Okay. Okay. The water begins to rise rapidly. Washa and Weed and now Salida all recommend making landfall.
Okay.
They say that the water is soon to be unmanageable.
Yeah, we can do that.
We hired him for a reason to tell us what to do.
we might want to camp a bit farther away from the river today.
Yeah.
Okay. So, at this point, they would give you the option if you would like to proceed on foot or if you would just like to hunker down until the storm passes.
I mean, you guys want to keep going a little bit on foot, see if we can?
I mean,
And just drag the canoes?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know if navigation tools will do anything in particular, but
I mean, we just need to follow the river.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can keep walking.
Okay. As you all continue, I need each of you to make constitution checks. Constitution saving throws, rather.
You take saving
And-
throws or check?
Saving throw.
Constitution.
Vera, Salazar, and Banth. You each suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
You are unable to remove this exhaustion from yourself until you have completed a long rest in dry conditions.
Waterlogged.
Well then. And what does exhaustion do?
1 level of exhaustion is disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, I believe. Let me double check that.
I think it's just ability check.
Is it just ability checks? It might just be ability checks.
Yeah, it's just ability checks.
Exhaustion! Let's see. Disadvantage on ability checks. The 2nd level is speed half. The 3rd level is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. That's what it is. Okay, so disadvantage on ability checks. Do you all proceed?
Given the fact that we now have 3 folks with disadvantage on said checks,
Maybe not.
I'd be a wise move considering how the majority of the party is looking.
Yeah.
Good call.
Okay. Washa, Weed, and Salita would agree, saying that it would seem to be in everyone's best interest to move a little bit further inland and just wait out the storm.
Okay.
Okay. With that
And,
decision made... Go ahead.
And I did also purchase a tent as one of the things I'm carrying.
Cool.
In case any of the folks with the disadvantage needs to try to rest in there to get over this.
Got it.
I don't know if that count mechanically or not, but
Unfortunately not.
okay.
Okay. Alright, everybody. So we are going to move on to the next day of travel now. Your evening passes by without event. Camp is struck. You all do your very best to stay dry, but are, for the most part, unsuccessful. For those of you who had a rougher time of it yesterday, wake up still feeling like shit, unfortunately. Salita and Kawasha would both recommend that the next opportunity you get, once this rain has let up, perhaps the next time you go to rest, trying to find a cave or cavern or some kind. Ah! I have crashed.
Oh no.
Oh.
Come back.
Do we know if there's like a cave in the area where we are right now, or do we have to wait until we get further down the river to be able to get into one?
Kawasha says he knows one about 2 days away from here, but otherwise it would be
Okay.
trying to find one, which would be very difficult. I love rolling real dice. It makes me happy. Alright. Well, look at that. So, the next day, you all wake up to clear skies. Not only is the tropical storm past, the thunder of it still rumbling off in the distance, but there is perfectly clear, beautiful, cloud-washed sky above you all.
Hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, it is a beautiful day. You got the less than 20% chance that it's not raining at all today.
Sweet.
So, with that, after that deluge, you all do make it another 20 miles downriver.
Can we bring up the map and see?
Oh, absolutely. I'm sorry. I've been on the map. I forgot I haven't brought you all here yet. There you are.
Hexagons.
Hexagons. So that is your true location currently.
Okay.
Oh, we did good.
Yeah, you all have made some good time. You made some good time. So you travel 1 hex per day when you travel by land. 2 hexes on the river.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
2 hexes on the river, and since you have 2 very capable guys with you, there are no navigational checks to make sure you stay on the right path on the river. They know exactly which tributaries to avoid and which ones to use. So, yeah, we're in good shape.
We're
And
so good at this.
yeah, I know, right?
What were we even worried about?
Don't even need a guide next time.
Right?
More
Piece of cake.
Terraco.
I'll be the guide. We'll be fine.
Are you sure?
What's
Oh,
that
yeah.
nature check again?
Don't need nature. I got great survival.
Yeah, you got something at least.
You don't need nature, Salazar. You have me.
Exactly. Between me and Moss, we got this.
And then Banff pops up and stabs shit.
Mhm. Okay. Could somebody please roll a d6 for me?
Okay.
Not it.
Okay. Just
I
before
just
you
so
all
close.
set up camp
Yeah.
for the evening, you see another pair of canoes, much like your own, passing by, heading the opposite direction, north along the river, right past you all.
Are they paddling really hard?
They're not there. They seem to be making an average pace, much like your own.
In the opposite direction?
Yes, they are coming. So you're heading south. They are heading north.
Which way is the water flowing?
They are going. So the water flows very gently in most places along the river, barely moving, even nearly stagnant. So they are.
Oh.
Yeah, they do have to paddle, but
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wave.
they wave back at you, and you see a young woman stand up in the back, wearing clerical robes and all of that kind of stuff. Very obviously a cleric. She stands up and she waves and she says, "Hello, travelers. How is your adventure treating you?"
Not bad.
She
So far, so good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Is there anything we could assist you with? Do you need any help? We've had a rather successful journey. And as she says that, there's a man down in the boat. He's just sitting down and he kind of elbows her. He's like, "Oh, we've been having a good time." He kind of just shakes his head.
Anything downriver we should be worried about?
Just, well, a little bit farther down is the ruins of Camp Righteous. It seemed a bit too much for us. And again, the guy just nudges her. He stands. He says, "Camp Righteous is too dangerous. I would stay away if you could, unless you plan on coming back with a much, much larger party."
Insight, please, if you don't
Yeah, go
mind.
ahead.
I'll
Thank
give
you.
you guidance.
Thanks. I have a button for guidance. Okay. Insight. Totally telling the truth.
10.
10.
I mean, he seems honest enough.
I'm worth 10 people.
So they're still just floating past. And but yeah, I mean, he seems honest enough. And then the priest, the woman, the cleric, says, "Well, I hope we see you back in Chult. Good luck. Best of luck to you all." And then you can see that there's another woman sitting in the back, her head down, a cowl over her head. She seems to have her nose in a book.
Is there anything else in their canoe? Like, can we see like loot or anything, perhaps?
Yeah, there's a pile of stuff with a tarp over it. Can't see what it is.
Interesting.
And Moss, as soon as 1 second, as you're looking at it, you see the gruff-looking man kind of shift over to put himself between the tarped stuff and you.
Do I recognize any of the iconography on the cleric's like robes or?
Yeah, you're
armor or
proficient in
whatever?
religion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a priestess of Lathander.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what an awesome word, iconography. Thank you for that.
I got you.
Oh, and look out for tarot folk.
The bubbly cleric. "Oh, thank you. We will. Be careful. Maybe we'll see you in Port Nyanzaru." And you can just see the fighter, just his head in his hand, just shaking his head like, "Oh my god."
You're embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing me. Awesome.
That was a nice encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah, not all of them have to
No
be
one
like
died.
murder and doom. I mean, you could have made that murder and doom, but that would have been
Yeah,
rude.
I was gonna say, I don't want to be, opposed. I mean, my god, this is chaotic evil, but like,
I mean, they did have stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got that stuff fair and square.
Do we know that?
I mean, you do know that she's a priestess of Lathander. You know that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Considering Curse of Strahd, I don't know about that.
Right? The abbot was quote unquote.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
you
fuck.
just
Okay,
saying.
no spoilers. I'm sure there's people that. Has everyone here played Curse of Strahd? I know several of you have played it with me.
I played it.
Played a little bit.
Okay. Okay. All right.
God bless.
Thank you. That's me coughing. It'll take me a couple days, I think, to recover from the fucking episode earlier. My lungs are already shit because I was a smoker for like 15 years. Oddly enough, the exact amount of time that I worked in retail. Huh.
Yeah.
Sure, that's not related at
Nah,
all.
can't
my
be related
God.
at all.
God, all those Karens and annoying customers. God damn
Yeah,
it.
but so my lungs are pretty trash already, and then after today, I'm just gonna have a bad couple days. It's all right. It'll be fine. But let's go ahead and roll to see what your next day is like after meeting with the group who I think the priestess would have shouted out her name at you as you floated by. She said her name was Seraphina Duskbringer, priestess of Lathander.
Oh, that's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And again, as she shouted out her name across the entire river, the knight would have just let out a sigh that you all probably would have heard from as far away as you were. But with that, you all do progress another 20 miles upstream before stopping again for the evening.
Okay, totally irrelevant, but I feel like Moss would have been like, "This is a seam. You're all tall people, and she's very pretty."
I feel like
Like
Hawasha would have
Landrock.
just been like, "It might not be wise to announce your name and intentions to strangers."
I didn't announce my name. I announced his.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all are not exactly in dry conditions, but it's no longer raining. Each of you that has a level of exhaustion can attempt a Constitution saving throw to remove it.
Okay.
Good luck, guys.
Vera, you are no longer exhausted. Ah, my dice. Salazar, unfortunately, you are still exhausted.
He's not a big
Is this
fan of water.
day 3 that we've been going?
Sorry?
Is this day 3 that we've been on the river?
Yes. I think so.
Okay, let me mark off.
Might even be day 4.
one more- Oh, let me mark off 2 more uses of salve then.
Yeah, same.
This is day 4.
Same.
Sorry, we kind of went through one of them real quick because not a whole lot happened. It just rained a lot.
Yeah.
Do we need to knock off 2 more rations on
Yes,
top of
please.
that?
2 more rations, 2 more uses of bug salves. Your water is fine. It just poured rain and refilled all your stores for that. Kawasha says you should be arriving at Camp Vengeance by the end of the day. Should everything go okay? Let's see if it does.
Does Banff remove a level 2?
Yes, Banth also removed his level of exhaustion. The only one that still maintains a level of exhaustion is Salazar.
Got it.
Let's see. What
Poor
we got.
guy.
Okay.
Poor
He's just a
Kobo.
little guy.
Okay.
The
He's
little
not
guy.
used to the rain.
Guy. And I also think that it's kind of a little bit funny and fitting that the one who remains exhausted is the fire druid who got drenched too hard.
I picture like his ears
Pretty on brand.
down, and he's like.
He's got a
frowning.
cold.
Right? His Charmander tail's
Yeah,
a little bit dimmer.
Yeah.
It's like the time that Squirtle water sprayed the kobold, and
Oh my
now
God.
the Charmander can't light his tail up.
Yeah, I just got the image of poor Charmander in the rain, and he's trying to cover up his tail with a leaf.
Yeah.
Aw.
Why we can't have nice.
All right, I made myself sad. Okay, but not only does this day go by without incident, you still have several hours worth of daylight when you come upon an abandoned riverside camp strewn with wreckage.
Uh-oh.
No, not the gift. No.
No! Why?
What have you done?
What have you done, you
I'm
monster?
not the one that put me in a rainstorm.
You came willingly with us.
You monster! You did this!
Okay, I've got a cuter one to make up for it.
I will not even lie. Like Moss would have held an umbrella over you before that fucking gift happened. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Oh, that's much better.
That is horrible.
Okay, I'm happy again.
I need a little raincoat.
You do need a little raincoat. Oh no, it's a good thing I checked this map because the dynamic lighting is off. Y'all would have seen everything. That wouldn't have been fun at all.
No, that would have been great.
All right. So, stand by, everybody. I have a lot of people to drag onto this map.
What?
What?
That's not what we talked about, Sean.
You told us nothing was going to go wrong at all.
And nothing could go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong. All right. Where's Salita? Oh, got some lucky rolls I was not expecting to get here today, but here we are. Very cool, very cool. And finally, Undrill. Okay, everybody. Here we go. And I say that, and then the map takes forever for me to load it. Okay. Sorry, whole Roll20 is completely locked up on me. Just a moment. Just see if I can fix this. There we go. Okay. All right. So, mid-afternoon, on your next day of travel, you come upon an abandoned riverside camp strewn with wreckage. The tents are moldy and tattered, and all the permanent structures appear to have burned to the ground. 2 intact rowboats are tied off to a short dock off the shore. They appear to be in an equal state of disrepair, as you all pull your own canoes up to the shore, to the north of the encampment. Just north of the camp is a ridge, built into which is an 80-foot tall stone statue, carved to look like a man with a crocodile on its back. Between the statue's feet is a tall stone archway leading into a dark tunnel lined with thick spider webs. Left of the statue is a crude animal pen with a small, panicked bird running around inside it. There are no other signs of life.
Can we disguise the canoes just in case someone comes by and wants to take those canoes from us?
Sure, what do you do with them?
I want to be able to like cover them up with like brush and stuff, and see if I can kind of disguise it as bushes.
Okay.
We could just shove them in one of these tents.
Could, yeah. I'm just worried if there's something inside the tents, you know?
I mean, we're gonna figure that out.
Then
Real
we hit
fast.
him with a canoe.
I mean, you can hit him with the canoe. I'm not doing that.
River James, baby, you
Hey.
are absurdly loud.
Absurdly loud, she says. All right. So, Undril would disembark, look around, say, so this is it. This is the first outpost, the Order of the Gauntlet. I must say, even after hearing of its destruction, I expected more. This is just a bunch of tents and some outbuildings.
Can I maybe do a survival check? To like see if I smell anything.
Sure, yeah.
Guidance.
Alright. Moss goes on to all fours and starts snuffling the ground like a bloodhound.
I'm just gonna tap your head with guidance because I'm slightly worried the fact that you're on all fours.
Yeah, she likes
She's
to
got it.
like lick the ground and stuff to like see what's up. Like,
Nice. Moss, the first thing that you smell is undead. The ground is putrid with the scent. There appear to have been a massive horde that came through here.
I would like to, if it's okay, magical awareness, because if there's any of that shit going on.
Washa seems very on guard. He has his staff out. He's looking around very warily.
How fresh does the undead taste?
Moss with a 12. I don't think you know how recently it was.
15. She gave me guidance.
Okay, so 15, not recent.
Okay. I will let Kawasha know that it's been a minute since they've been here, if that helps you at all.
He nods and just keeps his eyes on the tree lines.
While this is happening, I'm going to ritually cast as we were disembarking, I was going to start casting Detect Magic on myself.
Okay.
How is that cat back in the house?
Cats are shifty.
Well, who's
How
gonna
is that a
start walking
fucking
out first?
zombie totem? Sorry, I'm trying to give you all a better. I'm trying to give you all a better view of this, but the group token seems to have been convinced itself that it is a zombie. There we go. Everybody would direct your attention to the top right corner of the page. You can get a better look at what you're looking at here.
What in the world?
Is that a lizard?
So,
Yeah.
Camp Vengeance, or
Gator.
Camp Righteous, as this is, appears to have been constructed around the base of a shrine, a temple. It is an 80-foot tall stone statue carved to look like a man with a crocodile on his back. Between the statue's feet is a stone archway leading into a dark tunnel that is obscured with spider webs. Old webbing.
Can I ask Kawasha or Salita if they recognize the figure as the temple or?
Yes. Kawasha and Salita would both look at each other, and Salita would gesture for Kawasha. She says, "You are the guide. I'm simply tagging along." Kawasha would nod, say, "It is my honor to tell you all the story of man and crocodile. In the early days of the world, man stood by the banks of a river, frightened. Crocodile raised his head from the water and asked, 'What troubles you, cousin man?' Man said, 'I must cross this river, but I fear to enter the water alone, because it teems with your brethren.' Crocodile replied, 'It is true, you would not be safe, but I will carry you across the river safely on my back, if you promise to return the favor.' Man agreed, and Crocodile bore him safely across the water. When they reached the bank, Man said, 'How can I repay you?' Crocodile replied, 'I wish to see the realm of humans, but I fear to go there alone, because it teems with your brethren. You must carry me on your back across your realm.' Man had been tricked, but a promise is a promise, so he carried Crocodile safely on his back across the entire realm of humans, a journey that lasted many years. He also swore in his anger that never again would men and crocodiles be friends, so it has remained to this day."
Huh.
Well, I assume since this is the remains of the Order of the Gauntlet that that our knightly compatriot would like for us to examine the tents and the like for any stuff left behind.
Undril says, "It is not my business what remains here. I simply wish to reach Camp Vengeance. You may feel free. I am sure that my compatriots would not mind you recovering any objects that were left."
Well, I guess I'll start doing so. I'll peek inside of this first tent, and if there's any stuff that needs to be moved around, I will use my newest cantrip to help move it.
Mummy hand!
Just rename
Nice.
it.
Awesome. I love how you rename your
Just-
spells. It's really cool. It's always interesting to see what you're going to name them. Alright. Good stuff. So, Asim, as you look through this tent, it appears to be just a regular soldier's tent. As you continue looking through, all of these lowly soldiers' tents are ruined in one way or another. Most were slashed by claws or weapons during the obvious fight that took place here. All you find is jungle rot, mildew, and broken things.
Okay. I report this to the party, and I guess... which ones did I look at?
Salita would have been assisting you, and between the two of you, you would have gotten all of them along with anyone else. All of them in this particular patch of tents anyways. Like, all of these
Okay.
guys here.
I'd like to do a speak with animals.
Okay. You talking to the bird?
Yes, I'm gonna talk to the bird.
Okay.
Oh my god, that is a bird.
It's a burb.
There's a bird at the very end there.
It's a burb. Big burb.
It's an axe.
Uh,
This bird's bigger than I am.
Yeah.
it's
There are
I'd like to
children
ask
bigger than
you-
you are.
What happened here? How long it's been stuck in this cage?
It says so. It's a burb. It says it has been stuck here forever.
Quite literally forever.
Please let me out.
I'll let you out, but can you tell me what happened here?
It looks around. I got stuck.
I get stuck.
Oh my god, this is the dumbest bird you could have possibly.
This is an average, like, smartness for burbs. I don't know what you're talking about.
So
No.
Kawasha would come up with you and he would say, "It's an axebeak, a juvenile axebeak." Looks around. Used for
This is a
mounts.
baby?
Indeed, adults are 2 to 3 times this size.
Oh my god, it's already so big. It's like significantly bigger than me.
It looks down at you, tilts its head to the side. Food?
I'm going to pop the gate open and try to give it some jerky.
It pops out. Looks at the jerky. Looks at you. Looks back at the jerky.
Hey, there's no birdseed around here, birdie bird.
It does snap the jerky out of your hands and then proceeds to run away.
This is why I don't like animals.
What do you mean? It didn't eat you. You're fine.
Yeah, it didn't tell us anything either.
It's
Why?
a bird. What was it gonna tell you? I'm a bird?
I don't know.
What did you want? Like, you know, its flight path, where
This
it
thing's been
run,
stuck here
where
for
it's
probably,
stuck?
what, weeks?
I don't know.
How long has this camp been destroyed?
The camp was destroyed like over a month ago.
So either this bird walked in and locked itself in the cage, or it's been stuck here for a month.
It might have locked itself in. It is dumb.
Kawasha would say that it is unlikely it's been here this whole time.
He got stuck, remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to go look around. Can I look around?
Yeah, of course.
What's this up here?
Hooray.
Outhouses.
Can I go into a tent?
Oh.
Lost interest.
Can I go into a tent?
Yeah. Which tent do you want to go in? Salida and Asim have searched these tents.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go find something else.
Yeah, found them to be nothing but moldy old stuff and no bodies.
Is this a smoking fire?
No, the map just lies.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Uh,
What are these big things here?
Those are bigger tents.
I want to go in.
Okay, cool.
I want to go in the tent in front of me. See Mossrod do her thing.
Okay. Vera, it is as Asim and Salida reported to you earlier, there is nothing of interest in those tents up there. Moss rot.
Mhm.
Roll a d6 for me, please. And pick a number
no.
between 1 and 6, and then roll a d6.
I would like 5.
Okay.
Damn.
Alright. It appears that everything of value has been removed rather intentionally from that tent, Mossrot. You do see some crates and boxes. They're all upturned, opened, and empty.
Very well.
Van will check the tent in front of him.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
Trying to give it a foot massage or something.
Go ahead and roll. Pick a number between 1 and 6 and roll a d6, man.
2.
Okay. Banth, once again, the tent appears to have been thoroughly gone through. Everything tipped over. All items of value or import long gone.
You're muted, babe.
Have we checked these tents down here yet?
Not yet.
Oh, I didn't even see there were tents down there. I'm not gonna lie.
For each one of those tents, whoever searches them, the ones down here, roll a d6 and pick a number between 1 and 6 before you do.
Let's go with 2. Oof.
Same as the others.
Let's go with 4. Never mind.
Look through this house here.
How about
Same thing.
3?
Oh, wait, stand by. Not the same thing.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Okay, same. Which tent did you just search? One of the other 4 here?
Yeah,
Okay, same thing.
but okay.
Last one.
Yeah, go ahead, Vera, and then we'll go to Salazar.
6,
Yeah.
last one. Damn it.
You all find nothing in these tents. They all appear to have been cleared out rather thoroughly. Salazar, this is a shrine, or it was a shrine, I should say. It was burnt down. You see overturned lamps hinting at the source of the fire, and a partially burnt shrine inside.
Can I tell like what is a shrine to?
Do you have proficiency in religion?
No.
Then you can make a religion check.
Wait, I can make a check without proficiency?
Right, if you had proficiency, you would just know, but without proficiency, you can make a check.
I see.
That is one of the
Alright.
ways I like to do these kinds of checks for information.
Or do you want to maybe call one of the folks with...
Asmodeus. Evil shrine. No, I'm joking. You don't know.
Moss is playing on Alligator Man, Crocodile Man.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd just be like digging through the rubble to see if I can find anything shiny.
Okay. Searching through the rubble, looking around the shrine, or the burnt down shrine part, you would find a silver holy symbol.
Oh.
You can tell that it's rather valuable, but again, with your lack of understanding in religion, you do not know who the symbol is to.
I'd toss it to Vera. Like, look, you like these things, right?
Vera, you
I'll
would
find-
immediately recognize it as a holy symbol of Torm.
Not much of a Torm person,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I do like
that makes
silver
sense.
holy symbols.
It is rather elaborate, worth about 25 gold.
To keep or not to keep? I'm gonna toss it to Andrea. Let's be like, hey, here's your silver holy symbol of Torm, and I'll toss it to her.
She catches it, gives you a nod. Thank you. I shall keep it safe.
I'll just simply nod. Back at her. Moss, are you doing a foot massage?
Oh, hold on one sec.
She said she was climbing up and down the statue.
Oh my god.
Using it like a jungle gym.
Is the door, by the way, in front of us closed?
It is not a
or-
door. It is obscured with cobwebs.
Oh, okay. Hey Sal, you still over there? We need your fire over here.
I can help with that. Where are we going?
See? Cobwebs, I need fire.
Oh, that's easy. You can throw a little spark of fire at those.
Okay. They burn away easily enough.
Sorry.
Inside, you do see a chamber. Very high vaulted ceilings, about 23 feet up. Looks like a lot of debris and stuff is blown in over time. You can tell this place has not been disturbed in a very long time. Looking in, you see no footprints, you see no disturbances, nothing that shows that anyone has been in here in a long time.
Can I check the doorway for, like, traps or anything?
Sure. Make a perception check.
Guidance. I don't think 7's gonna help you.
Yeah, Banth, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Are we going in?
Yeah.
Any traps in there, Panther?
Of course we're
No.
going in.
Yeah, not that I can see. I will stealthily move into the doorway.
Okay.
Yeah, there too.
I would like to wave my 10-foot glaive in the doorway.
You wave your glaive around in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. I think it's safe, guys.
Bam.
Lead the way.
We're
Step.
definitely not playing Tomb of Annihilation.
I mean,
Okay. Banth, as you step in, slow down, everybody. Everyone's moving a little too fast.
sorry.
Banth, as you step in, everything's fine. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. You do see more spider webs in front of you.
Salazar, please dispose of these.
I'll just light my torch and kind of wave it ahead of us as we walk.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Just when you're moving, just move like 1 or 2 spaces max at a time, and let's try to not move too many people at the same time. I think that's the problem I was having. Too many people going at the same time.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. So Salazar, have you moved in?
Yeah, I'm just going to stay like a step behind Banth,
Okay.
burning with the cobwebs as needed.
Okay. So, you do burn past some of the cobwebs, waving your torch around in front of you to make space as necessary. Flicking a little bit of embers, controlling it to send it drifting a bit ahead of you. You see something quite interesting. In front of you, there is a ledge, a very tall ledge, 7 feet up.
There's no doors opening there.
You can't see exactly what is up here yet. All of the 3 of you that are close enough are far too short to see that. This ledge is 7 feet tall. A 7-foot-high ledge right here. So that is all that any of you can see currently is the ledge.
Do one of you guys want to get on my shoulders and I can help you guys up?
I'm thinking check for more traps, maybe, as we get closer. Can I do that, or like check this space right in front of me?
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check. Bam. In that section in front of you, right here, you do see a slot in the wall, mostly obscured by cobwebs and things like that. Kind of peek your head over just enough to see inside, and you see a massive blade tucked away inside of that slot. You do, upon noticing it, believe that you could wedge it in a way that it could not be released.
Okay, I will notify the party and attempt to wedge something in there.
Okay. We will need you. Okay. I need a strength check from you.
Whoa.
You believe the trap to be secure, Banth.
Oh.
Oh, I know, it's the fucking worst, ain't it?
Right, good job. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Because my friend Ban told me it's secure, and I'm only 2 feet tall.
Moss, stand by. You do hear a click, and the wedge that Banth had just thrown into there comes loose, and a blade does come dropping out of that hole. Moss Rot. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Nothing would make me happier. Dex save.
Moss, you leap out of the way expertly. Now do you leap forward or backwards?
Forward.
Fantastic. You all hear another click, and I need Moss to make another dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
Hey, this is how we figure out where the traps are, guys. It's okay.
You expertly dodge that one as well. You all now know where the traps are. No, everybody stop. The floor falls away beneath Vera, Salazar, and Banth.
Oh.
Spike traps?
Sorry, my Roll20 is running
So
extraordinarily
this
slow.
whole hallway is trying to murder us. Cool.
How did they camp in a place like this?
They were outside of it, probably, so...
There we go. All right, the floor falls
you go.
away beneath all of you. The floor falls away. You drop 20 feet down. You do drop 20 feet down. Each of you does suffer 7 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall. As you drop down, you can look up and see that the floor is angled up towards Moss Rot.
Would
Should've
Banff
put the bird
actually
down this
take
place.
any damage?
Oh. So when you fall, Banth, is it something you have to consciously do?
I mean, I think he would just spread his arms out. and-
Yeah, I think that tracks. Yeah. Okay. I will need to get a little more creative with a way to make you actually take fall damage. But for now, yes, you are safe.
Let me think about how to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Like,
All right,
I
Banth, yes, you are
actually-
safe.
I actually, let me just show you.
Yeah. I mean, if there's something that says you take no fall damage, then by all fucking means.
Yeah, it says when you would take damage from a fall, you can use your
Use a reaction. Fantastic. So you are safe from falling, Banth, unless, of course, you have used a reaction for some reason. But yes, you take no damage. You are completely safe. You glide down as your compatriots drop away beneath you and clock onto the ground.
Okay.
With that,
Did
though,
I-
you all can successfully jam these 2 spikes. Seeing that it requires more force to do properly, you can do that successfully.
Alright,
Are you all okay in there?
It could be worse.
Is it because Vera stepped on it? Like she was heavy enough to actually trigger it?
No, oddly enough, every person that steps there has a 50% chance of triggering the trap. All
Oh my
3 of
God.
you. I was rolling D2s for each one of you that stepped onto it. Vera was the first one to roll a 1.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I do like an athletics check to try and get into the space in front of me.
It is unnecessary. The floor is slanted in a way that you can
Oh.
climb out easily.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, I guess I'm going to move forward just a touch then.
So, what is directly in front of
directly
Moss?
in front
Is
of
that
Moss is
wall?
a 7-foot-high ledge. 7-foot-high wall.
Do you want uppies?
Uppies.
I'm gonna do uppies for Mossrot.
So, Mossrot, up on Vera's shoulders, you get a clear view of the puzzle on the floor.
Ooh, what kind of puzzle?
We will find out next week.
Ah,